99 out of every 100 seniors are making critical olive oil mistakes seniors never learn about. And these errors are turning the world's most trusted health food into something that harms your body. You probably have a bottle in your kitchen right now that you believe is protecting your heart. You call it liquid gold. You trust it completely. But here is what most people do not know. The olive oil industry has been hiding a dangerous truth for decades. Major investigations keep finding that a shocking percentage of bottles sold in stores are not what the label claims. They are often mixed with cheap oils that cause inflammation, the exact opposite of what you are paying for. After reviewing the latest findings from Harvard researchers who followed over 92,000 people for 28 years, something became crystal clear. When used correctly, olive oil can lower your risk of serious health problems by 28%, especially for brain health protection. But when used incorrectly, which most seniors do every single day, you are creating problems instead of preventing them. Today changes everything you thought you knew about this golden oil sitting in your kitchen. I am going to walk you through 5 mistakes that are turning your protection into poison. First, you are using your most expensive oil in the worst possible way. Second, you are storing it in a location that destroys every health benefit. Third, there is a 70% chance your bottle is completely fake. Fourth, you are eating more calories than a donut without realizing it. And fifth, if you take certain medications, this combination could put you in serious danger. Here's what recent findings from Harvard showed. Just half a tablespoon of olive oil and dementia prevention are connected in ways we never understood before. 28% lower risk of dying from memory problems, but only if you avoid these 5 critical errors. This is not just about your heart anymore. This is about protecting your brain and learning how to prevent memory loss naturally as you age. The 5th mistake is silent and dangerous. If you take a common medication that millions of seniors use daily, this interaction could be life-threatening. You need to stay with me until the very end. Mistake number 1. Using expensive oil for high heat. Most people grab their premium extra virgin olive oil every time they turn on the stove. They use it for everything. Scrambling eggs in the morning, pan-searing chicken for dinner, sautéing vegetables on medium-high heat. The reasoning makes perfect sense. If this oil is the healthiest option, then cooking everything in it must be the smartest choice, right? Wrong. This creates a serious problem that most seniors never see coming. Here is what happens inside that hot pan. Extra virgin olive oil has what we call a smoke point olive oil limit, which is the temperature where it starts breaking down. For extra virgin, that happens around 350 to 410 degrees. Now, a typical stovetop pan, it hits 450 degrees without you even trying. Some pans get much hotter. When your oil reaches that breaking point and you see those first wisps of smoke rising up, the damage has already started happening. All those beneficial compounds you paid extra money for, they are being destroyed by the heat in real time. But the real danger is what gets created next. The overheated oil starts forming harmful substances that actually promote inflammation in your body instead of fighting it. You are essentially turning healthy cooking oils for seniors into something that works against you. Your food absorbs these newly formed compounds and you end up eating them. The solution is simple. Keep your extra virgin olive oil for cold uses only. Put it on salads, drizzle it over cooked dishes, use it as a dip. For actual cooking, buy regular olive oil or light olive oil. These versions are refined to handle higher temperatures, up to 470 degrees, and they cost less too. Mistake number 2, storing next to the stove. Walk into any kitchen right now, and you will probably see the olive oil bottle sitting right there on the counter next to the stovetop. It makes complete sense. You use it almost every day, so why not keep it within arm's reach? This one decision, made purely for convenience, is quietly destroying the quality of your oil every single day without you noticing anything wrong. Olive oil breaks down when exposed to three specific things. First is heat, second is light, third is oxygen from the air. Your kitchen counter, especially the spot near your stove, exposes your oil to all three of these at once. Even when your stove is turned off, the area around it stays warmer than the rest of your kitchen. Every time you cook anything, that bottle is getting heated up slightly. Over days and weeks, this constant exposure to warmth speeds up a process called oxidation. This is when the oil starts going rancid much faster than it should. Here is the part that should concern you. Rancid oil does not just lose its health benefits. It actually becomes harmful to consume. All those compounds that help reduce inflammation in your body, they transform into compounds that cause inflammation instead. Your oil that was supposed to protect your heart and support healthy aging foods is now working against you. The bottle looks fine on the outside, but inside, the quality has degraded significantly. The fix requires one simple action today. Move your olive oil bottle right now. Learning how to store olive oil correctly means keeping it in a cool, dark cabinet or pantry, far away from your stove and any windows. Always buy oil that comes in dark glass bottles, never clear plastic or clear glass. Those dark bottles block light from getting in and damaging the oil before you even open it. This one change protects every drop you paid for. Mistake number 3. Buying fake bottles. There is something happening in grocery stores right now that most people have no idea about. Research teams have tested bottles labeled as extra virgin olive oil from supermarket shelves across the country, and the results show that over 70% failed basic quality standards. That means the bottle sitting in your kitchen right now has a very high chance of being fake olive oil that was never what it claimed to be in the first place. What does fake actually mean? These bottles contain oil that has been mixed with cheaper alternatives. Manufacturers blend in soybean oil, canola oil, or sunflower oil to stretch their supply and increase profits. The problem is that these replacement oils contain high amounts of omega-6 fatty acids, which promote inflammation in your body. You walked into that store specifically looking for anti-inflammatory foods for seniors to protect your health. Instead, you paid premium prices for the exact opposite. You bought inflammation in a fancy bottle with a misleading label. This is not an accident or a mistake. Companies are deliberately mislabeling products because they know most shoppers cannot tell the difference just by looking. The financial incentive is too strong, and the enforcement is too weak. Your money that should be protecting your heart and brain is going toward a product that may actually harm you. You can protect yourself starting today. First, only buy olive oil that comes in dark glass bottles. Clear containers let light damage the oil. Second, look for a certification seal on the label. These seals from independent testing organizations prove the oil meets real standards. Third, and this is the most important step, check for a harvest date or pressing date on the bottle. Forget about the best by date, that tells you nothing useful. Real olive oil is fresh oil. If the bottle was pressed within the last 12 to 18 months, you have found quality. No harvest date listed anywhere on the bottle? Walk away from it. That missing information tells you everything you need to know. Mistake number 4. The calorie trap. You made the switch everyone recommends. Out went the heavy ranch dressing, the creamy Caesar, the mayonnaise-based options. In came olive oil as your new go-to choice. You started preparing large salads filled with fresh vegetables every single day. You felt good about this decision. You were doing everything the experts tell you to do. But then something confusing started happening. The number on your bathroom scale stopped going down. Or worse, it slowly started climbing upward. You cannot understand it. How is it possible to gain weight when your meals are mostly vegetables drizzled with healthy oil? The answer comes down to one fact that catches almost everyone off guard. When we hear that something is healthy or good for us, we tend to use it more freely without thinking twice. You probably do not measure your olive oil. You just tilt the bottle and pour until it looks right. But here is the reality about olive oil calories that most people do not realize. Every single tablespoon contains 120 calories. That is the same amount whether the oil is expensive extra virgin or the cheapest bottle in the store. Fat, including healthy fat, is the most concentrated source of calories in any food. It contains more than twice the calories of protein or carbohydrates. When you pour that oil generously over your salad without measuring, you might be adding 3 or 4 tablespoons without realizing it. That is between 360 to 480 calories just from the dressing. Add some nuts, cheese, or avocado to that same salad, and you have created a meal with more calories than a full restaurant entree. This is not about failing at healthy weight loss for seniors. This is about not understanding portion sizes for calorie-dense foods, even healthy ones. The simple fix is easier than you think. Try keeping a tablespoon measuring spoon right next to your olive oil bottle. 1 tablespoon is all you really need for most meals. When you measure it out, you still get all those wonderful health benefits. You just know exactly what you are putting on your food. It takes 5 extra seconds, but it makes all the difference in reaching your health goals without giving up the foods you enjoy. Mistake number 5. Blood thinner interaction. This is the serious mistake I mentioned at the very beginning, and it goes far beyond questions about calories or product quality. Right now, millions of people over the age of 60 take some form of blood-thinning medication every single day. This includes prescription medications like warfarin, which some people know by the brand name Coumadin. It also includes daily low-dose aspirin that many seniors take to protect their hearts. These medications serve an important purpose and help prevent serious health problems. What most people do not realize is that olive oil naturally contains certain compounds that have a mild blood-thinning effect on their own. In a healthy person not taking any medications, this is actually beneficial. The problem starts when you combine multiple things that all thin your blood in some way. Picture this common scenario. You take a fish oil supplement with breakfast because it is good for your heart. You eat a large salad with plenty of olive oil, blood thinners combination at lunch. Then you take your prescribed medication in the evening. Each one of these seems fine individually, but together they create what we call a stacking effect. This is not really about the food itself. It is about how different substances interact with each other in your body and understanding drug interactions with food that seem harmless. When your blood becomes too thin without you realizing it, the risks increase significantly. You might notice unusual bruising that appears without any injury. More seriously, there is an increased chance of internal bleeding that can become dangerous quickly. You are making these choices because you want to be healthy and take care of yourself. Your intentions are good, but without the right guidance, those good intentions can create unexpected problems. If you take any type of blood-thinning medication, you need to have a conversation with your doctor about how much olive oil you consume regularly. Your doctor can help you figure out the right balance. You do not have to avoid olive oil completely. You just need professional guidance to use it safely alongside your medications. Disclaimer: the information I have shared with you today is meant for educational purposes only. It should not replace professional medical advice or treatment. Before you make any changes to your diet, especially if you take medications or have existing health conditions, please speak with your doctor or healthcare provider first. They know your complete medical history and can give you personalized guidance that fits your specific situation. Your health and safety always come first. Let me leave you with a simple way to remember everything we covered today. Think of the 3S rule for using olive oil safely. First, select the right type for what you are doing. Keep extra virgin for cold foods and use refined versions for cooking. Second, store your bottle in a cool, dark cabinet away from your stove. Third, serve the correct amount by measuring with a tablespoon instead of pouring freely. And if you take any medications, serve yourself safely by talking with your doctor first. Now you understand the real extra virgin olive oil benefits and how to get them. Just half a tablespoon daily, used the right way, could mean 28% better protection for your brain and overall health. If this information helped you today, tap that like button and subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss important health information. Join me next week where I will reveal something surprising about a food you probably eat every morning.